afternoon, good evening, good morning. Sharif here from Vaporets. We've got the Voopoo Find S Trio. Quite a long name, but it's we're just gonna go through it, a bit more in the close-up. But yeah, that's what it is. 1200 mAh battery. It takes the coils of the Voopoo Vinci, which is a very good one, but I haven't tried the 0.3 on it yet because I haven't got any, because I'm an MTL user only. So, but I'll try and get some, a pack of them and update you, if it happens to work. I very much doubt it. There was another one. What was it? The Geek Vape Frenzy. Yeah, it wouldn't take the 0.7 coils. It's probably because of the chip that is in there. But yeah, it's a lovely little piece. It's not too heavy. It's it is quite nice. I'm using a 0.8, the 0.8 coil that comes with it. It comes with two 0.8 and 1.2. So I prefer the 0.8 because it's got a bit of an airy draw. It's a personal thing. I've moved on from the very tight draws onto the more of an airy draw since I had the Voopoo, that one, and primarily the Vinci. So let's have a look, at the close-up, and then come back and try both coils and tell you all about it. Here we are with the Voopoo Find S Trio. That's the box. Fairly straightforward stuff. You got all the logos there. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and what have you. The QR code there. I'll keep it there for a few seconds. That's the contents of it. 1.2, and 0.8 coils. 1.2 is a ceramic, as you can see. The gene chip card, USB cable. It's a micro USB. Let's have a look at it. So we open it. I mean, it's fairly, just standard, boxing thing. That's what a lovely thing there. So I got the 0.8 in there. That's the 0.2. I'll show you in a second. How it is. What else have we got? The micro USB. And that's basically it. You get one pod with that one. So let's take the battery out, and the pod. Also, actually, you get the manual, which is a standard one. It's quite a thickish one, but it's a multiple language. There you go. That's the the powerful Born Forever gene, whatever that is. It's a good one, actually. So it's got a very good fast ramp up time, warranty card, and that is your manual. It's a bit of thick, but it's only it's the multiple languages that are in there. So you got the English there, you got pot coil. I mean, it's a fairly just straightforward one, and it's got all the information that you actually would want. How you do it, how you fill it, and all that. So which I'll show you now. So that's the actual the actual pod mod, as you say, if you want to call it. Two magnets there, which they are quite quite good. So there's slots in there, and as soon as you slot it in there, it just flashes once, to tell you that the pod is in there. Switching it on and off is 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and it gives you, I think, 5 or 10 or whatever flashes, but anyways, now it's nothing. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it comes back again. Nice bit of crackle on it. I love that one, actually. Yeah, the buttons, it goes green, then it will go blue, and it will go red as the power goes down on the on the battery. 1200 mAh battery, which is decent enough, actually, especially as I think if you use the 1.2 coil, which will drain a bit less power, so that will last a bit longer. The 1.2 is much tighter draw with it. So it's nice made. That metal is really lovely. There's a bit of plastic there. That part is a bit of plastic. I haven't come across any problems with it. Although given time, I suppose you get in those grooves. you will get some dust, you know, going in there. It's not a fingerprint magnet, but due to the painting, it's not a shiny one. But yeah, this one might gather something, but it's, to be honest, it's negligible. My main thing is, you know, the functionality of it. So yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's about it. You know, in the close-up, we'll you know, after that, I'll show you the coils and you know, how it's done. If we take the pot out, I forgot to do that earlier actually, is that's your coil there, your fill port. I mean, it's quite a decent size actually. It's there. I mean, it took me a bit actually to look at it, you know, to find it. I didn't know what it was, but you know, because it's all the same color, very much the same color. So there it is there, very well, you know, I like, you know, it's all streamlined, you could say, or whatever. And you peel that, it's kind of, you know, fairly, you know, easy to come out. And that's your fill port, which is quite a large one, and you know, it's quite a nice one. Just be careful because it only hangs from that tiny, you know, tiny little piece there, but it's quite sturdy and it stays there. The good thing with those pods is you can actually change the coils instead of having to you know, change the whole pod. So all you do is just pull it, and you know, that's the I mean, there is a bit of liquid in there, but that's the let's get the good old tissue, you know, just wipe it so we can see, you know, what you know, the ohms and what have you. There, if it focuses, so we have, there it is, that's the other way around. There you go. It's a PNP R1, which is the 0.1, goes 12 to 18 watts. The hole is fairly big. Let's compare it to the 1.2. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see, you know, that, oh God, yeah, there is quite a bit of difference in there, and that will affect, obviously, you know, the airflow and the you know, and the drawing. So that was the 1.8. That's the 1.2. So there's Voopoo there, and BNP C1, 1.2 ohm there. I think it's a 10 to 15 watt. There it is, 10 to 15 watts. So and the good thing about it as well, if you happen to use the Vinci, the Voopoo Vinci, they use the same coils. So yeah, putting it back, I don't know, I found it, you know, I thought it was like that, but obviously it's not, because it's protruding out there. So it has to be, you know, right in the center, and you know, it will eventually go in. So yeah, it's a bit tricky to put the coil in. There it is, it's gone in now. So, you know, it's just fractionally tricky, really. Yeah, that's the coil, and how you fill it. Here it is again. So we've seen all the bits and pieces, you know, that come with it. It's fairly straightforward package, really. And so is the mod. I mean, it's shaped, you know, it's shaped quite nice. I mean, it looks very nice. They come in a variety of colors as well. I got the dark gray, I believe it is. You know, to how we go. I was very pleased with it, I have to say. Nothing really special about it, although, you know, but it is very functional. So that's again, the 0.8 is in there. Lovely amount of vapor, you know, it's not a massive cloud or anything like that, but it works well. It crackles like anything. You can hear it, and if you get that crackle, that mutes a bit sometimes, not very often. Nice little airy drop. If you do get the muted crackle, all you do is just like that, very light, you know, tiny blow on it, and you know, brings it back in. It doesn't make any difference to the performance, but if you're like me, you love music to your ears, you know, the coils, you know, crackling, you know, I love that. So what we'll do now is we'll change we change the coil, you know, as you can see. Let's see whether it's going to fit properly. I had a bit of a, you know, not a problem, but it doesn't fit straight away. So so that's the 0.8 there. This is the 1.2 ohm. That's the ceramic one. So let's put it in there and see what I mean. It doesn't fit. Oh, there it is. It has fitted. So it's gone in, you know, quite quickly, which is brilliant. And then we put it back in again. I mean, it's primed already, you know, because I use, you know, I've been using both, you know, to see the difference between the two. Now, there you can see the muted coil. you can see, oops, bit of a spit there. A much tighter draw. Let's give it that's the you know, just give it a quick blow, and there you go. It goes back again, you know, normal. Again. Yeah, it is a much tighter draw, I have to say, you know, for that. But you know, a lot of people do like you know, the draw, you know, like exactly like a cigarette. So that makes a difference, you know, for you know, as far as they're concerned. The flavor-wise, it's got a very nice, you know, gives a very distinct, you know, flavor of the liquid, whatever you're using. I mean, I tried, you know, 3 different flavors in there. I'm a tobacco user, so you know, 3 different tobacco ones. That is very it's very prominent, you know, to the real thing. So either the coils, 1.2 or 1.8, the only difference is the draw. The 0.8 is a lot looser than the 1.2. We all have our different preferences. So yeah, that makes, you know, quite quite good for, you know, a lot of people. So yeah, that's you got, as you know, as I said before, you know, that's, you got your micro USB, and forgot to mention about the battery. You know, for the Voopoo, it's you know, it fires at you know, the mod itself. I mean, it fires at constant 3.7 volts. So which means that it will give you the best part of the whole battery at 3.7. So it's a constant one, as opposed to bypass. The bypass one, it uses the top of the battery, and then as the battery goes down, your vapor is going to get lower and lower. But this one, you know, fires straight away, you know, at 3.7 all along, you know, until the battery, you know, ends, until you get the red light. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know. It's the Voopoo. I mean, I've seen other, you know, reviews and read about it. They say, you know, they got very good ramp up time, which is true. I mean, there you go. So press the button and you hear it straight away. You know, that's, a lot of people, you know, love that. What I tend to usually personally do is I tend to press the button from the old days, you know, before I take the drag, so it, you know, it ramps it up. But this one is almost instant. A lovely one. I cannot really fault it. You know, just run of the mill, I would say. Quite sturdy. You know, no shakes. You know, or anything. Some have complained about the, you know, the button. Not really. It's not really a, you know, a big deal at all. So, but you know, I don't even notice it, to be honest. I'm not that pedantic, you know, about these things. But yeah, there it is. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. We've got the ramp up time. I showed you the, you know, the 2 coils, 0.8, 1.2 that come with it. I will try and get the 0.3 and see whether it's going to work or not, because they certainly work on the Vinci. And yeah, what I like is, you know, you can change the coils. So if you have a Vinci and you know, a Trio or whatever it's called, Find. Find, you know, they're interchangeable. So, you know, it makes life easier. 3 only coils, you know, unlike Smoke, you know, they got a raft to them. I think Smoke have got about 8 plus an RBA. So that's too many coils. They do have an RBA for that one, but I haven't come across it. It fits the Vinci as well. I haven't come across it. I read about it, so you know, I really don't know. So yeah, there you are. Fire away. You know, if you have any questions, please do, and because it helps others as well. You know, while you know, people you know, ask questions, and you know, it can help the community. You know, the vaping community. You know, in all sorts really. You might have questions that I haven't answered. So yeah, by all means, fire away, and you know, let's give people more information. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, please. I really so much appreciate that one. Thank you very much. Have a great day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you. Bye bye.